Forgotten Games.
Hey everybody, we're back here for round two. And Moto Cube. So our opponent won the die roll, chose to play first. We kept this hand. It's not great, but oh well. Ooh, ooh, if only. If we get there on this Bitter Blossom, it's gonna be pretty sweet. A lot of these like green ramp decks, they put out some fatties, but if they don't have trample, like they just can't do anything about Bitter Blossom. And they rarely have flyers. So I think it's gonna be pretty good against him. Ooh, Skull Clamp. Going deep. Does he clamp it up? Nope. Doesn't want to keep it tight. Keep it right. What do we want to do here? Can't have Vengevine. Can't have Obstinate Bailoff. We already saw those. I'm gonna just play Luteral Core. Plop it down. Try to dig to a black source later. So yeah. If I had Skull Clamp, I would just be doing it. Oh, the beats. He is bringing the beats. I'm fine with this. Uva Tracker. Ugh. That's probably not great for us. Oh, well, that's even. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's not super duper cool, but whatever. Obviously, him drawing cards is better. We're snap playing that swamp there. We're playing it either way. I'm gonna be honest. The real question is, yeah, I would like to use the ability. Okay, so we drew Island there. I think the real question is whether we want to discard this land or discard something else like Show and Tell. Show and Tell is our worst card here, but showing him Show and Tell kind of cripples its value like later, which is really annoying. I'm just gonna discard this land, play Bitter Blossom, and that's that. Yeah. Looks like Old Man of the Sea is gonna be pretty good against him. He probably has a bunch of like little accelerator dudes, which I'm fine with stealing those at any point. What do we got? We got Morph. Yep, I'm fine with that. It's kind of unfortunate that I don't. Oh, he's putting Skull Clamp on. That's okay. Takes it out of Old Man range, but go for the throat. Alright. Well, let's beat for one with Looter. Yeah, pretty sure. Yep. Discard a card. Oh. I'm actually going to discard Old Man here. My plan right now is just to, I'm going to play this land. I'm going to Demonic Tutor for Blightsteel Colossus and leave up Remand. And hopefully just kill him immediately. So yeah, that's pretty much the goal here. If failing that, we've got Bitter Blossom going now. We've got a careful consideration to kind of reload. So I'm not unhappy about our spot. I'm not exactly sure what this morph could be. Obviously, like all the stuff that I said in the previous round, like Willbender or like the blue cards, they're not really an option. I don't know if there's any red cards. Like I don't know if Akroma's still in here. Swag Tusk, cool. Whatever, you can have that. Not even killing him. Like we're not even fighting his life total anyway. So I just really couldn't care less about that. Seems kind of stuck on land, maybe. Like he's not really doing a whole lot with it. So he could. It's actually it's possible he has a bunch of lands in hand or like not very many. I'm not sure. The extra cards off the Skull Clamp are kind of throwing off my evaluations of what he could have. I'm gonna attack with Literal Core. I'm not. I'm gonna leave this fairy token back. Like I said, if our plan works, it doesn't really matter like what his life total is. We should kill him with Blightsteel Colossus. Ancestral Recall. That is ridiculous. What do we want to get rid of here? It's not Ancestral. It's not Blightsteel. I don't think it's Go for the Throat. It's definitely not Show and Tell. I don't think it's Careful Consideration. It could be Careful. I really want to keep this Go for the Throat as kind of like insurance. But let's see. Do we need Black Lotus? No, I'm gonna discard the Black Lotus. We don't need the mana right now. I'm just gonna Show and Tell, slam Blightsteel and Ancestral at the end of his turn. I think that's the best line. Yep, go. Go, go, Blightsteel Colossus. Oh, you poop head. You little jerk. Woodfall Primus. Ugh, what a butthead. He's gonna blow up our Bitter Blossom. And he does have trample. So this is kind of what I was talking about. If he had like, I don't know, like Terrasodon instead of Woodfall Primus. Terrasodon doesn't have trample, so like we can just chump it with tokens all the time, but this thing does. So it's a little bit worse, but oh well. I'm fine with how that went. Like, he either has an answer to Blightsteel Colossus or he's done for. Like, it's just pretty much over. He's not attacking into it. Like, what? Yeah, like if he runs his Woodfall Primus into it, it doesn't even get to persist. If he runs his Swag Tusk into it, like we really don't care about any of that. He has to block it next turn with something. Yeah, I kind of like our spot here. So he's putting Skull Clamp onto that. Okay. Sure. I'm not worried about that. That signals to me that he thinks he wants to chump the Woodfall Primus. Oh, or maybe he's just going all the way. Okay. I'm gonna Ancestral here before blockers for no real reason. I have no way to justify this to you. I'm just doing it for fun. Okay. Let's declare some blockers. Boom. Blocking. Boom. Blocking. And we'll take two. I literally... I'm not sure that there's a card of Magic that this morph could be. Like, what? A Chroma? Like, I mean, like the red version? Who cares? What? It's just a bunch of crap. Draw all the cards you want, bro. You're, like, dead. You're, like, completely dead. He needs to exile this Blightsteel Colossus, like, post-haste. It's about the only way I could see him getting out of this. I think he's now, like he's kind of in the tank here. I think he's trying to consider why his Woodfall Primus is not persisting, but eventually he'll figure it out. And Genesis. Okay. That seems fine. I'm not terribly upset about that. We're just going to kill him. That's pretty much how that works. And concede. Alright, so that was game one. Another free win off Blightsteel Colossus. So what do we got going on over there? We got some stuff. I think Abyss is actually going to be pretty good in this matchup. So let's try and work the Abyss in here. Let's go to pause my converter cost. Let's throw in the Abyss. What do we think is not good? Old Man, he showed us a bunch of like little guys. I think Old Man's probably okay. Grave Titan seems great though. Search. I don't think we want the X-Spells. Or rather, the board sweepers like Earthquake or Fire Spout. They're not particularly good against Skull Clamp. And he had a ramp guy, but it didn't really look like he was all that explosive. So, what does that mean for us? We're bringing in the Abyss. Do we want to bring in the Dreadbore? I don't really feel like bringing in the Dreadbore. I'm going to check out Frantic Search. This guy's slow enough that I think we can actually play a fair game against him. And I don't know what he really does against the Abyss. The Abyss is just pretty raw in our deck. It's possible it should be main decked, but it's kind of a wasted card against control decks. Oh man, and then there was this. I don't think I can keep this. I'd really like to, but I don't think I'm going to mulligan. And this hand is fine. It's not super exciting, but ooh. Now I feel incentivized. Like he's already showed us a guy we can steal. So, it's possible this is super greedy, but I'm just going to go for it and take his guy. I don't know. He's probably taking that 10 seconds over there to consider how angry he is at us. But that's okay. I'm not too upset about that. Play Swamp. We'll just go ahead and take his guy. Whatever. We can untap on our turn if he plays something better. Really not super worried about what he can do here. We're just gonna fight. It's gonna make it fight itself. That's fine. Yeah, is that really any better for you, dude? So, ooh, we see some black here. We see nothing out of our opponent. You may untap permanents. I don't think I'd like to. And attack for 1. So, we really don't have a whole lot going on, but our opponent hasn't done anything relevant. Oh, apparently we've got... Oh, FTK. Okay. FTK is pretty good here. It's kind of sick. Kill our Old Man, get your guy back. Sick. So, Careful Consideration is the card I really want to draw here. Island. Wow. I could think of better cards to draw. Yeah, this game's not going well. That turned around real fast. Library, so he's just got a colorless land. Yeah, bricking for like 4 turns in a row has really crippled this hand. I mean, it had a lot of lands to begin with, but Swag Tusk, sure. So we're on a clock. FTK is pretty good. Island, wow. So we've got 1 turn to draw something pretty good here. This is incredible. I've seen Mana Floods, but 3 cards to 10 lands? I'd like to say that my mulligan decision was not incredible. Like, it could have been better, but there's no way to foresee like this kind of imbalance in your draws. He's got something else. Okay, destroy target non-land permanent. Yeah, we probably can't beat that. We need him to have like actual nothing there. I think was the recipe. Rakdos Signet. Yes. Yes. All right. So that was not very interesting. I apologize. I still like our sideboarding decisions. I don't think we really want to change anything on the play. Um. Yeah. What do we got? Yeah, I don't think I want to do anything differently. I think Fire Spout is very good against him, but I'm not. This hand is terrible, but I don't think I want to mulligan it. Power Stone's pretty good. Mana of the Sea has proven to be okay in this matchup. This looks a lot like the last hand we kept, which didn't work out too well. And we drew a land. Okay, so now I'm going on tilt, essentially, based on what happened in the last game. Our opponent not really do anything. We're going to play this one Power Stone and just threaten to get absolutely huge next turn if we draw something. Even a land, like, as long as it's a black land, like, drawing island is pretty much the worst possible here. Maelstrom Pulse? Sure. Trade. Little did you know, we weren't going to do anything with it anyway, bro. So, I'm actually going to cash this to get Bitter Blossom into play. And this should buy us a ton of time. FTK? Fine. FTK has been an all-star so far. Like, this card's usually not that good. The fact that Old Man is usually a 2-for-1 against him makes the 2-for-1 he gets off FTK just, like, that much sicker. And I drew an island. This is incredible. We're on the no action draw right now. But that's fine. Bitter Blossom is actually going to buy us a ton of time, I think. We're not going to die, like, on turn 5 or whatever, like we did last game. I'm not chumping, Billy. I thought about it for about a half second, but I'm not going to do it. Swags? Sure. He's got a lot of pressure out. Can we draw something, like, good? Show and tell. Does that qualify as something good? I'm not too familiar with this show and tell card. Is it good? There we go, bro. Empty-handed. Everything's on the table. You either got it or you don't. Findorn Elves. F6. So, winning through inferior play and superior Blightsteel Colossus. We have the Blightsteel advantage. 1-0. Bring it. Things that would be good for him here, like Broodmate Dragon? I think like Broodmate Dragon may actually, I don't think it wins him the race, but like it gets him close. If he has a bunch more action, like what's going on here? Vraska? Roscoe's pretty good in his deck, BTW, and the fact that he has Vraska and Pulse against us makes our Bitter Blossom pretty bad. It's possible I should have just sided out, but it's so good. Like, it's doing a lot of work here. What is going on over here? Our opponent is having some trouble getting the correct amount of mana. Okay, let's see. Kicker. He kicked it for single green. Destroy target enchantment. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Jeez, he just hates our Bitter Blossom. Fine with that. Has to block. Yep, pretty typical. That's fine. Do I have to assign lethal damage in order to trample? I guess I do. It's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna hold the island. Not really do anything. If we draw a Karn, we can still play the island and just cast it or whatever. So he basically has to kill us this turn. He doesn't have lethal in play, but you know he has red. So we're in a position where we're blocking. I don't want to double block the Flame Tongue. I'm probably just like, if he gets frisky here and attacks like with everything, I'm probably just blocking Beast, blocking Flame Tongue, and going to our turn. He's not even gonna make us go through it. So there you go. That's how you win a game of Cube. Just put Blightsteel Colossus in play. All right. Well, we will see you back shortly for round 3 because we were the last match to finish.